Good morning, everyone. So, in today's session, we will be covering the last unit of strategic management, which is strategy evaluation. Uh, like in this module, I have tried to cover all the main points in this chapter. In details for your reference, the notes will be uploaded. So, let's see what is the definition of strategic evaluation. It is the measurement and testing the efficiency of strategic decision and effective implementation of business strategy to achieve desired business objectives. What is the definition of strategic evaluation and control is we will be monitoring the performance, and since there is control, we will be taking corrective actions in order to improve the processes and ensure that we are able to provide the customer a greater value. Okay, so in this slide we have just seen what is strategic evaluation and control. Next, why do we need strategic evaluation? What is the importance of strategic evaluation? First one, it identifies the corrective steps and actions to achieve efficiency and effectiveness of business. Second one, it is used to measure the result. Not only that, but also to provide right path and directions to achieve desired organization goals. Third one, it gives feedback which provides essential input for the future decision making plans and policies of the organization. Fourth one, it helps in performance appraisal. It will help you to find the rewards and recognitions which should be given to an employee in order to keep them motivated and boost the morale of the employees. Last one, strategic evaluation process is beneficial for all the organization, whether small, medium or large. So these are the importance of strategic evaluation. Now let us see how it is done. Okay, process of strategic evaluation. We have seen formulation. In formulation, we will develop strategic plans to prepare for the future. Implementation is how it is implemented in action or how it is conducted in practice. Once this is done, we will be evaluating the strategies, how good our strategy plans are, how well it is implemented. Okay, so that will be done in evaluation, and control is nothing but based on the evaluation. If there is any need for better control or any corrective measures or actions, that will be dealt in the controlling part. So this is the process in or this is what is strategic evaluation. Strategic evaluation is a process to measure the efficiency and effectiveness of strategic decisions, and the controlling process makes sure about corrective strategies and actions that are required in order to achieve the goals. Now let us see the definition of strategic control. Strategic controlling is the process of monitoring and checking the performance of strategic decisions, ensuring the effective implementation of strategic plans and policies, identifying the problems and take corrective actions whenever required for achieving the desired organization objectives. Okay. So before going to the next thing, let's just see what is the difference between strategic control and operational control. Okay. So basically, strategic control is mainly about how our decisions are, or is it right decision. Operational control in the sense how it is performing, how it is done in the lower level, or when it is implemented, how it is getting done or performing. In strategic control, it is a proactive or continuous questioning of basic direction of strategy. In operational control, the allocation and use of organizational resources are what we are going to control. Okay, and the main concern will be future directed in case of strategic control. Action control will be the one which will be the main concern of operational control. The focus of strategic control will be external environment. In operational control, it will be within the organization. Whatever is controllable will be taken care in operational control. Time span will be large term in strategic, short term in case of operational. Usually it is being exercised by the top management. Here it will be middle level or executive level. Main techniques will be environment scanning, information gathering, questioning and review in strategic control. Here it will be more about budget, schedules and management by objectives. Okay, so this is the difference between strategic control and operational control. Now let us see how this process. Already we have seen the process of strategy. It is not about the strategic evaluation process, it is how the strategy is formulated, implemented and evaluated. In this one we are going to see what is the strategy evaluation and control process. So first one, we have to set standard or performance standards. This will be set uh, like what is the time standard, cost standard, income, market share, return on investment. On these parameters, we will be coming up with performance standards so that it is easy for us to quantify. We can't quantify certain things like your morale, discipline, creativity, etc. We can't quantify. But if we are taking time, cost, income, market share, return on investment, we can get the quantity. So first we will be establishing the performance standard. Second one, we will start measuring the organizational performance. That is, once the goals or objectives is kept in place, we will be measuring the actual achieved by the organization. Okay, so compared with the fixed goals, what is that which we have achieved. The next one is to measure the techniques or to select the techniques. It is what the difficult task to measure the actual performance in strategic decisions, but we use different techniques or for measurement. For example, in financial measures, we will be using net sales to working capital, current ratio, liquid ratio, net profit to net sales, collection period on credit sales. All those things will give your finance position, how your financials are performing. Second one is production measures. Here we will be looking into how the production controls are there, like how it is set, like pre-controls, concurrent control and post-control measures. Pre-controls means how we are making sure that inputs are getting on time or inputs are sufficient for the desired objectives. What are the inputs which goes to the production? Men, machine, material, money and the method. So all those things, whether it is properly done or not. In concurrent control, we will be, it is also known as production scheduling. In this one, we will be looking whether the work is being conducted within the time frame. Okay, and program evaluation, we will be using program evaluation and review techniques in order to ensure that the program is going smoothly. That is a concurrent control. Post control, it is known as feedback control. It measures the results of the completed action or production activity. Similarly, we have in marketing measures like sales analysis, market share analysis, marketing expense to sales ratio, customer attitude tracking, and efficiency analysis. So based on all those things, we will be using the we will be using different techniques to measure. After that, in this we will be comparing the performance with the standard. Once we have found out the actuals and we are quantifying it using different techniques, we will be comparing it with the standards. It would be difficult to measure the performance and identify the efficiency and effectiveness of strategic decision if there is no specified standard performance. Okay. Once that is done, we will be evaluating the deviation, whether it is going as per the standards which we have set, or it is having any deviation, or we have deviated from the actual path. So in this one, we will be checking whether the deviations are positive or negative. Sometimes if you are not following the actual plan, it may be beneficial for the organization. So whether it is positive or negative, we will be evaluating the deviations, and based on the evaluation of deviation, we will be taking corrective actions. For example, as I told, sometimes certain deviations can be good for the organization. So we have to incorporate those deviations in your process. So that is what we will be doing in corrective actions. So I hope the process of strategic evaluation and control is clear to you. First, we will be setting a standard. Then we will measure the organization performance. Then we will use different techniques to measure. Then compare the performance with the standard and evaluate the deviation. And based on that, we will be taking the corrective actions. Now, next one is the types of strategic control. There are four types of strategic control. One is premise control. In premise control, two things are getting control. First one is external control. The other one is internal control. External control is nothing but environmental factors and industrial factors, and there is internal factors which is nothing but which is internal to the organization. Environmental factors will be pest, political, economical, social and technological things which is happening, and industry factors are the competitors, suppliers and the market conditions available for the industry. So that will be looked upon in premise control. Second one, strategic surveillance in strategic control. So, strategic surveillance is concerned within and outside the organization of various ranges of events that would affect on strategic decisions and policies. Okay, basically it will be monitoring the number of information system, as well as they will check the opportunities and informations which can be used for effective implementation of a strategy. Next one is implementation control in strategic control. That means implementation control strategies are applied when the events are being started. Once we start the event, so the control which we will be using is implementation control. There are two types. One is strategic thrust, the other one is milestone reviews. Strategic thrust is nothing but it gives relevant information which help to frame the effective strategy decisions and plan. Milestone review is like monitoring each specific intervals, whether how much we have achieved, whether it is as per the plan. Next one is strategic alert control in strategic control. That is, it is applied at the time of unexpected events or occurring sudden situations which would impact on the management strategy. So these are the control measures in which we will be looking into. Premise control, which is mainly into external. There are two factors, environmental factor as well as industrial factor. Strategic surveillance is nothing but we will be looking the outside organization and checking the various ranges of events that would affect on the strategic decision. Implementation control, there are two, strategic thrust and milestone. Okay, strategic thrust is nothing but it will help to have a frame for the effective strategy decisions and plans. Milestone is monitoring and review of the progress of strategy at regular intervals. So that is about strategic control. Next one, what is the importance of strategic control? First one, control and quality. Quality of the products or services indicates the success and progress path of the organization in the competitive world. So this feedback mechanism in the evaluation system plays an important role in the improvement of the quality of the products. Second one is control and efficiency. Efficiency means output to input ratio of production. Okay, the controlling system makes sure about everything goes as per the strategy. If not, the corrective action should be taken. Next one, control and innovation. Like it will help, it will lead ultimately to innovating and creativity through continuous monitoring and implementing effective actions. The last one, control and customer satisfaction. The success of strategic evaluation process is to measure the strategic level of customers. So we will be monitoring and we'll be taking the feedback of customers, and based on that we will be changing the system. So this is the importance of strategic control. The last one, what are the different methods or techniques which are used in order for strategic evaluation and control? First one is gap analysis. Here this is one of the techniques which can identify the gap between the actual achieved performance and expected performance. SWOT analysis we have already dealt with. Pest analysis, again we have in detail uh, read through it in second chapter. Benchmarking, it is the technique of strategic evaluation to identify whether the organization has achieved the expected results or not. So it is done through regular monitoring and measuring the performance of strategic plan and collection of data that indicates the actual result of the given activity and set the benchmark of the activity. Value chain analysis, again we have dealt with. Then apart from this, there are certain quantitative performance measures like return on investment, return on equity, profit margin, earnings per share. All those things are quantitative performance measures. Then there is qualitative performance measures. Okay, that means it is not quantifiable, but you will be able to get through different tests like internal consistency, environmental consistency, degree of acceptability, workability, time horizon, social responsibility, etc. of the strategy. These will be checked in through qualitative performance. The next one is key factor rating, very important. It involves evaluating those factors which have significant impact on the overall organization capability. So there are different key factors which will be influencing the performance, like financial, marketing, operation, and human resource capability, and overall organization capability based on collected information. So based on that, these different factors, if you're rating, that is called key factor rating. Along with this, another one which is important in like key result areas. Key result areas is also called as key performance areas. It refers to a general areas of outcome or outputs for which a role or a combination of role is responsible. That means each individual, each team, each department will have certain areas which they have to concentrate, and they will be measured based on those areas. So it can be defined as the job profile for the employee and enable them to have better clarity of their role. What is expected from your role or what is expected from your team? That is what is called as key result areas. So it will be based on those areas which we have set already. We will be looking into your performance. Okay. So that is all about the various techniques used for strategic evaluation and control. So with this, we come to the end of Unit 5. As I told, we have just looked into the main points of this chapter. So please go through the notes. If you have any doubts, you can ask, you can clarify. We will have discussions after the internal exams. Hope it was informative for you. Thank you very much.